This book is called Mirandy and Brother Wind by Patricia McKissick. I really enjoyed this book. I've never heard of it before, but the pictures are really neat. So I hope you guys enjoy Mirandy and Brother Wind. Swish, swish. It was spring, and Brother Wind was back. He come high steppin' through ridge top, dressed in his finest, and trailing that long, silvery wind cape behind him. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Sure wish Brother Wind could be my partner at the junior cakewalk tomorrow night, said Mirandy, her face pressed against the cool cabin window. Then I'd be sure to win. Ma dear smiled. There's an old saying that whoever catches the wind can make him do their bidding. I'm going to, said Mirandy, and she danced around the room, dipping, swinging, turning, and wheeling. This is my first cakewalk, and I'm going to dance with the wind. When the sky turned morning pink, Mirandy set out to capture Brother Wind. Grandmama Beasley was out back feeding her chickens when Mirandy come up asking all excited, Do you know how to catch Brother Wind? I want him to be my partner at the cakewalk tonight. Grandmama Beasley studied on the notion. Can't nobody put shackles on Brother Wind, child. He be special and he be free. Mirandy asked all her neighbors the same question, but nobody seemed to have an answer. I'm gonna get him yet, she said, turning round and round in the yard. Get who? She didn't even have to look around to know it was that clumsy boy, Ezel. Mirandy didn't answer, but walked towards the road. Ezel came too, walking back to face her. He was sure to trip any minute, and he did. Why you been asking everybody how to catch the wind? Ma dear told me whoever can catch the wind can make him do their bidding. I want him to be my partner for the cakewalk tonight. But I thought After a moment, Ezel flashed his good-natured smile. His eyes sparkled like sun glints on branch water. He say, What do you think Orlinda would say if I asked her to be my partner? Orlinda? Skinny Orlinda? Ask her and find out, said Mirandy and strutted away. At the corner store, Mr. Jessup told Mirandy that a great aunt of his from Ipsala, Mississippi, said to put black pepper on Brother Wind's footprints. That would make him sneeze. While he's busy sneezing, slip up behind him and throw a quilt over him. Mirandy rushed home and got the black pepper mill and one of Ma Dear's quilts. Wasn't long before Brother Wind came strolling through the meadow, his wind cape hovering gentle-like over the grasses. Sneaking up behind him, Mirandy commenced to grinding pepper. Then she threw the quilt, but swoosh, Brother Wind was gone. Mirandy was still sneezing when she told Ezel what happened. I could have told you the wind doesn't leave footprints, he say as he milked the family cow. He was sure to spill some, and he did. Mirandy sneezed again. Did you ask Orlinda about being your partner? She said, changing the subject. Sure did, and she said, Well, I don't care what she said, Mirandy interrupted, and rushed away. Following the creek downstream, Mirandy come to Miss Poinsettia's whitewashed cottage. Talk had it that Miss Poinsettia wasn't for real conjure woman like the ones in New Orleans. But nobody messed with her, just in case talk was wrong. Miss Poinsettia welcomed Mirandy inside. Your people don't approve of conjure. Why come you here? She said. Mirandy figured if Miss Poinsettia was up on her conjure, she ought to know why. But not wanting to peer sassy, she answered, I need a potion to help me catch Brother Wind, so he'll be my partner at the cakewalk. The woman shook her head. Then she switched over to a cupboard, her jewelry jingling and jangling, as the colorful scarves sewn to her dress fluttered around. In a quick minute, she returned with an old book. Mirandy put the words in her head as Miss Poinsettia read them. I'm ever grateful, said Mirandy, but all I have as payment are my Christmas and birthday nickels. Consider me well paid if you wear these when you dance tonight, and I guarantee you'll be the prettiest girl there. And Miss Poinsettia gave Mirandy 2 of her see-through scarves. Mirandy hurried home. Like the conjure spell said, she found a crock bottle, washed it in water from the rain barrel, and poured in a measure of cider. Then she made her way to the big willow down the branch and set the bottle on the tree's north side. Nothing left to do but wait. 'Fore long, Brother Wind come out the woods. Mirandy had never seen a body stand so tall or hold his head so high. The conjure was working. He smelled the cider. With a big whoosh, he jumped into the bottle. I got you! Mirandy pushed the cork and danced round and round. But when she looked, Brother Wind was on the other side of the branch, bent over laughing. Then, flicking the tail of his cape, he vanished. Swoosh! How did he get in and out of the bottle so fast? She asked Ezel at the woodpile. He pulled the wrong log, and the woodpile had come crashing down on him. Mirandy was helping him restack it. What am I gonna do? Ezel laughed. Looks like you're gonna need a partner. Mirandy got purely upset. You're laughing, but just wait. I'll catch him yet, she shouted and left in a huff. The cakewalk was only a few hours away, but Mirandy was moping on the front porch swing when Brother Wind swooped over the hedges, kicking up dust. He leaped over lilacs, around the snowball tree, and into the barn. While he was inside, shaking the rafters and scaring Ma Deer's hens, Mirandy slipped up quiet-like and slammed the door. No way for him to get out, 'cause Pa stuffed all the cracks. I got you, she says, clapping her hands. Now you have to do whatever I ask. At dusk, the neighbors from the ridge started gathering at the schoolhouse, everybody dressed in their Sunday best. The fiddlers stood in one corner, and Grandmama Beasley and the elder folk sat in the judges' seats. Elder Thomas brought in 2 triple-decker cakes, one for the junior cakewalk winners and the other for the grown-up winners. Somebody drew a big square in the middle of the floor, and the cakewalk jubilee began. First thing, Orlinda come up, sliding up to Mirandy, asking, "Who gonna be your partner?" Mirandy tried not to act excited. "He's real special." Then she added, "I wish you and Ezel luck. Y'all gonna need it." "Me and Ezel?" "Girl, don't be silly. He asked, but I wouldn't dance with that old clumsy boy for nothing," she say, fanning herself. "Why, he can't even now walk and breathe at the same time. I don't want him tripping over my feet in front of the whole county." And all the girls laughed. Mirandy put her hands on her hips and moved right in close to Orlinda. "You just hush making fun of Ezel, you hear?" she say quiet like. "He's my friend. And it just so happens we're gonna win that cake." And she tossed her head to the air and hurried away. Outside, Mirandy wondered why she had said such a tomfool thing. She caught Brother Wind. Ezel couldn't be her partner, but an idea came. "Brother Wind," she called, "you still in there?" The barn door rattled and almost shook off its hinges. "I'm ready with my wish," she whispered and hurried to Ezel. Weeks passed, and still rich folk talk about how Mirandy and Ezel won the junior cakewalk. That night they pranced round and round, cutting corners with style and grace. Swish, swish. And when the music had changed from fast gait, they arched their backs, kicked up their heels, and reeled from side to side. Swoosh, swoosh. Folks still talk about how Mirandy was pretty as a picture, dressed in yellow with two colorful scarves tied round each wrist. And everybody agreed that Ezel had never stood taller or held his head higher. When Grandmama Beasley had seen Mirandy and Ezel turning and spinning, moving like shadows in the flickering candlelight, she'd thrown her head back, laughed, and said, "Them chillun be dancin' with the wind." That was Mirandy and Brother Wind. I hope you guys enjoyed it.